Hi, good morning to everyone. So welcome to my channel, Sheila Chemistry. So in previous class I have explained the pericyclic reactions introduction and classification of the pericyclic reactions, right? Okay. So today I want to explain about there are various theories, right? Okay. There are various theories are there to explain the pericyclic reactions, right? Okay. So they'll ask some questions based on these orbitals also, right? Yesterday I have explained about what is the main classification and how the reactions are going on, right? Okay. So mainly the p orbitals played a very important role, right? So p orbitals are nothing but they are involved in the formation of the pi bonds. So there must be pi bonds, then only. So these pericyclic reactions occurs only the compound containing pi bonds, right? So today I want to explain some theories are there to explain these pericyclic reactions, right? Okay, so they have developed some theories. They are nothing but FMO approach. What is FMO approach? Frontier molecular orbital theory. What is it? Frontier molecular orbital theory or approach, right? Okay, so this is first theory, right? Okay, and second one is Woodward-Hoffmann correlation diagram. Okay, this is the second one, right? Third one is Dewars PMO approach. Dewars PMO approach means, what is PMO? PMO means perturbation of molecular orbital approach. Right? So we can explain pericyclic reactions by using these three theories, right? Okay, right? This is FMO approach was developed by Cooke. So this was developed by Woodward and Hoffmann, right? Okay, so this is about this. What is that? Here the words means it is explained about Mobius and Huckel's theory, right? Huckel and Mobius has explained this theory, right? The words PMO approach. Here Woodward-Hoffmann correlation diagram. So this theory is developed. Proposed by Woodward and Hoffmann, frontier molecular orbital theory. So he developed this theory, right? Okay, right? Okay. So there are important one topic is there, right? So we have to construct the molecular orbitals, right? Okay. So in order to understand these theories of pericyclic reactions, so one is important is there. So first we must understand the molecular orbitals of what is that? Compound containing molecular orbitals, compounds containing pi bonds, right? Okay. So let's see how the molecular orbitals are is equal to number of atomic orbitals of compound, right? Okay. So here, what is this? Here, so LCMO means what? Linear combination of, right? linear combination of atomic orbitals, right? Thereby what will be happen? So these orbitals are combined to form a molecular orbital. Okay, right? So this is the, we have to combine the atomic orbitals and form the molecular orbitals, right? Okay. So how the pi bonds will be formed? By using p orbitals, right? Okay. So p orbitals only involved in the formation of pi bond formation, right? Okay. Pi bond formation. So p orbitals contains two lobes, right? Like this, right? Like this, it contains two lobes and with two signs, plus and minus, or this is the wave. These signs are nothing but what is that? Bonding region between the nuclei, right? Okay, means wave function, right? Where the electron probability of the finding electron is more, right? Okay, so these are the signs wave function, right? Okay, so this wave function. So first we have to construct the molecular orbital by using atomic orbitals. Okay, right? Okay. Suppose we want to take don't put same signs. One lobe contain positive and another lobe contain negative sign, right? Okay. Okay. So there are two types of molecular orbitals which are bonding molecular orbital, right? Bonding molecular orbital, and which is called as BMO, and anti-bonding molecular orbital which is called as ABMO, right? Okay. So if you take here, actually these are the p orbitals. This is one of the p orbital and this is one of the p orbital, right? Okay. This is one p orbital. Okay. So and this will form molecular orbital like this. Okay. See here. So mirror plane is applied, right? Means here it is having mirror plane, right? Okay. Okay. So this is the constructive overlap, right? So plus plus is there, minus minus is there, right? So this is called as what it is? Pi bonding orbital. Pi bonding molecular orbital. Pi. So this is pi bonding only. But what is this? BMO, right? BMO means bonding molecular orbital, right? Let's see. This is what it is? This is destructive overlap. This is constructive overlap, right? This is constructive overlap. This is destructive overlap. And it is said to be, what is that? ABMO, right? Okay, ABMO. So actually we have to take this is a ethylene, right? Okay, ethylene contains two p orbitals, right? Two one pi bond means one, how it will be formed? There is a sharing of two p orbitals, right? So if ethylene contains two carbon atoms, p orbitals are involved in the formation of pi bonding, right? So thereby, so one of the carbons p orbital and another carbons p orbital, right? So thereby it will be formed one BMO. This is a constructive overlap, right? So plus plus is there, minus minus is there, but here one node is there, right? Okay, so this is called as, what is that? Anti-bonding molecular orbital, right? So there is a node presently. So this is called as destructive overlap. Destructive overlap, right? Okay. Let's see the frontier orbitals of ethylene. Frontier orbitals of ethylene. Right. Ethylene means what? It contains CH2, CH2. Right. Here one pi bond is there. This is a pi bond. So this one of these p orbital means this is sigma bond, right? This is pi bond, right? Okay, like that. Means one p orbital and another p orbital forms a sideways overlap and form the pi bond, right? Okay, if direct overlap is, so by direct overlapping, so it forms sigma bond. By sideways overlapping, so it forms a pi bond, right? So like that so it contains one pi bond. One pi bond means how many orbitals are there? Two orbitals are there, right? Okay. CH2 double bond CH2, right? Two pi orbitals are there, right? Okay, two pi orbitals. We have to denote it as a psi 1 and psi 2, right? So if you see here, first we have to write plus plus minus minus, right? Next plus minus minus plus, right? Okay, so this is what it is. This is psi 1, this is psi 2, right? Two pi orbitals means what? Psi 1, how many pi orbitals? If it is contained two pi orbitals, we have to denote it as psi 1 and psi 2. If it is having three pi orbitals, we have to give the notation psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, like that. So here we have to give, this is the psi 1 orbital and this is the psi 2 orbital, right? Okay. So next what we have to do here, this is a pi and pi star, right? Pi and pi star. Okay. So how many orbitals are there here? See here. This is ground state. This is called ground state. Means what is the configuration here? Actually, what is the configuration of the this one? See here, this is the molecular orbital, frontier orbital of ethylene, or molecular orbital of ethylene, right? So we have to take two orbitals which are psi 1 and psi 2, because there are one pi bond means two pi orbitals are there. So they are nothing but psi 1 and psi 2. So this is, what is that? This is nothing but BMO orbital, right? Bonding molecular orbital, and it is a anti-bonding molecular orbital, right? Okay, so if you see here how many electrons are there, 2 means 2 electrons, right? So so we can write it as what is the configuration means. So we can write configuration, okay, like psi1 to psi2 0, right? This is the ground state configuration, right? This is the ground state configuration. So which will give the singlet, right? Two electrons are gets paired up, right? So it is said to be the singlet state. And if it is excited to the higher state, so what is the spinning state? It is opposite, right? So then what will be the singlet? Again it is plus half and minus half, right? So plus half minus half, again it will give the singlet. And what about this? So here two states are there in unpaired excited states. There may be, so if it is a opposite spin is said to be singlet, it is a parallel spin. So these two spins are having a parallel spin, means here half and half means what? 1, right? So the 2s plus 1 means what? It will give 2 into half into plus 1. What is the multiplicity here? 2s plus 1, right? 2s plus 1 means what? 2 into here. What is the multiplicity? This here 0, right? 0 plus 1. It will give the 1. Next, this is for S naught. And what about S1? So here also plus half is there and minus half is there. So this is also singlet state. So what is that? So singlet state also it will give the 1. And what about this triplet state? 2 into half into half, right? 2 into half plus 1, right? Okay, 2 into 1. So here, what is the multiplicity here? Here, triplet. This is called as triplet state of multiplicity, right? Okay. So this is about this construction of ethylene molecular orbital, right? So next we have to see the what is the symmetry is there, and we have to check the symmetry. First you have to draw this, right? Next I will give the one table, right? Otherwise I will draw here, right? Okay. So this is the molecular orbital, right? And the next one is mirror plane and C2 symmetry and number of nodes. Number of nodes, right? Okay. So how many number of nodes are there and how many? Here pi and pi star, right? Pi and pi star means what? Here psi 1 and psi 2, right? Okay. So if you see here, what is the mirror plane? If you cut this one, it will give two equal halves, means it is having mirror plane symmetry, right? So it is containing mirror plane symmetry. What is that? What is the symmetry here? This is yes, means symmetrical, right? Next, if you see here, what is the mirror? Is there any symmetry? No, right? This is anti-symmetry, right? Okay. So here, if you cut this into two equal halves, so it will give the mirror planes, two equivalent halves. Plus is there, minus is there, minus is there, right? So that's why it is said to be the symmetrical, right? So what is the mirror plane in the psi 1? It is symmetrical. And what about this psi 2 here? It is, if you see here plus is there, here minus is there, here minus is there, plus is there. Reversible is there. So there is no symmetry in this ABMO, right? Okay. So pi star means psi 2. So that's why we have to give the rotation A, right? A means anti-symmetric, right? Okay. So if you take the C2 symmetry, okay. Symmetry means what? Just we have to take this one, the plus, minus, minus, plus. Center of symmetry, right? Center of symmetry means here it will having like this, right? Okay. So here C2 symmetry is there, which is called as center of symmetry, right? it is in ABMO, it is symmetrical, right? Okay, so this is opposite to this one. So here if you just rotate this one, rotate once, if you see here, this is the, what is this, molecular orbital, right? Okay, so I want to just explain you, right? This is one of the p orbital and one of the p orbital is there. So these are the plus and plus, and these are the minus and minus ends, right? Okay, so if you so cut into two equal halves, it will give the same, right, same size, plus and plus, right? Okay, so in ABMO it looks like, right? Okay, if you so it is having, so this is the, this one, right? Okay, so this is plus and this is minus, right? So it is having center of symmetry. When you rotate one time, right, what will get? Symmetry, right? If you rotate one time, if you get the symmetry, so this is called as center of symmetry. Means we have to compare like this, right? Okay, so simply you have to for your understanding, so this is the center of symmetry, right? Okay, if you have flip this one, right, rotate, it will get the symmetrical structure, right? So that is called as a C2 symmetry, right? Okay, if you see here, is there any C2 symmetry? No, right? Right, here there is no center of symmetry, right? C2 axis of symmetry is absent in PMO, right? Okay, so that's why we have to give the notation. What is that? A, right? But here it is having center of symmetry in ABM, right? In pi star. These two are opposite properties. Okay, so please remember this one, right? These two, mirror plane and C2 are opposite to each other, right? Okay, if it is having symmetrical and C2 axis is anti-symmetrical, right? And if it is Psi2 is having anti-symmetrical and C2 axis is symmetrical, so it is said to be the symmetrical, right? Okay, so like this you have to give them this one. See here there is 0 nodes, right? Because there is no here same charges are there, right? Okay, same charges are present in this, so there so it's why, that's why we have to set like this. This is a with, what is that, 0 nodes. But what about here? Plus and minus are there, one node is there, right? So that's why it is having one node, right? Okay, so this is the table. This is important. We have to draw for every molecule, right? Okay, so this is the construction of ethylene, frontier orbital of ethylene, and we have to take the, actually here what we have to use, thermal and photochemical condition, right? Okay, so this is very important. First we have to take this, what is this, we have to, for thermal condition, we have to take the ground state configuration. Ground state configuration, which is nothing but Psi1 to Psi2 0, right? So Psi1 to Psi2 0 is called as, here what is here? This is HOMO, right? And this is LUMO. So what is, this is in thermal condition, thermal, right? So HOMO, LUMO means what? Highest occupied molecular orbital is HOMO. What is HOMO? Highest occupied molecular orbital, right? Molecular orbital. What is LUMO? Least unoccupied, lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, right? Okay, so that's why we have to give the HOMO and LUMO for this orbital, right? Okay, so for thermal condition we have to take the HOMO is the this one, right? What is the HOMO here? This is the HOMO, right? And this is the LUMO. Okay, here what we have to take? Psi 1 is Psi 1 and Psi 2, right? Psi 1 is HOMO, right? And Psi 2 is LUMO. Psi 2 is LUMO. Okay, right? So next, what about this is the thermal condition, means heat. If you give the heat condition, that's if you give the photochemical condition. What is that? Photochemical condition. I want to write here photochemical condition. Right. So what is the symbol? HNu. For this one, delta. So right, delta means what? Thermal condition. So the molecule is operating in thermal condition. So HNu means in photochemical condition, right? Okay. So this part is very important, right? Wherever, so whatever the reaction we have to take now, right? Electrocyclic or cycloaddition reactions or whatever the reaction. So first of all, we have to know this molecular orbitals of compounds containing pi orbitals, right? Whatever the pi bonds, first we have to write this orbitals, right? Based on the number of pi orbitals, right? For it is having one pi bond means two pi orbitals are there. So one pi bond means two pi orbitals are there. So they are nothing but Psi 1 and Psi 2, which are nothing but pi and pi star, right? Okay, so for the what is the configuration Psi? So here if it is ground state, it occupies lowest here, this one. So this is said to be HOMO, highest occupied molecular orbital. This is the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, because there is no, actually this is the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, right? So if, for thermal conditions we have to take the Psi 1 is the HOMO and Psi 2 is the LUMO, right? Okay. So and next, what is the photochemical condition we have to take? So see here, what is the HOMO here for this one? This is HOMO, right? And this is LUMO. Okay, right? So HOMO and LUMO is again this one. Okay, right? For this one we have to take a HOMO, this one, right? Okay. In photochemical condition we have to take a HOMO and LUMO, right? Okay. Okay, I'll explain it later, right? So for this one, frontier orbitals of ethylene, this is the what is the configuration, molecular orbitals of what is that ethylene molecule. Let's see the 1,3 butadiene. So what is butadiene? 1,3 butadiene. There are 4 carbon atoms, right? Okay. So CH2, H and H. This, right? This contains how many pi bonds are there? 2 pi bonds, right? 2 pi bonds means how many orbitals are there? 4 orbitals, right? If one pi bond contains 2 molecular orbitals, right? Okay, 2 orbitals, right? If 2 pi bonds means how many there? 1 into 2, 2 into 2, 4 orbitals are there, like Psi 1, Psi 2, Psi 3 and Psi 4, right? Okay, so we have to take like this, Psi 1, Psi 2, Psi 3, Psi 4, right? So how many pi bonds are there? You have to multiply with 2, then you will get the number of orbitals, right? Okay, number of orbitals, and we have to construct this one, right? This is energy, right? Okay, energy. Okay, so here 2 BMOs are there and 2 ABMOs are there, right? Okay, so we have to write 4 pi orbitals are there. So carefully see this one. So this is first carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Here one double bond is there and here one double bond is there, right? Okay, so like that we have to construct. Okay, construct this is psi 1 and we have to take next one. Which is psi 2 which is psi 3 right. Let's write the sign, right? Okay, so this is psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, psi 4, right? Psi 4 orbitals, right? First we have to write all plus in this lobes, minus 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 minus. There is no nodes between because from this to this same charge is there, right? Okay, and from here to here same charge is there, and here to here same charge is there, right? There is 0 nodes in psi 1 orbital, right? Okay, so next second orbital, okay, plus plus minus minus, here minus minus plus plus. See here there is no need between this. Here one node is present, here no nodes are present in this, right? It means psi 2 has one node, right? And what about here? So carefully listen this one, right? Because it is very important. So while writing this in electrocyclic reactions, if you learn this concept only, you can do that problems. Otherwise you cannot understand, you cannot do the any problems, right? So that's why carefully listen this concept, right? Okay, so this is psi 1 means all are means there is no nodes, right? Okay, in psi 2 so there is one node, in psi 3 there are 2 nodes. Okay, so 2 nodes is there. See here there is no node, here plus and minus, here plus minus, here plus minus. See here from this to this opposite signs are there, right? Opposite signs are there, here opposite signs are there, right? Means we have to consider it as a one. Here one node is there, here one node is there. How many nodes are there? For psi 3 2 nodes are there, right? Okay, so here no node because these are having same signs, right? Okay, so next this one plus minus plus minus. How many nodes are there? Here minus plus minus plus. See here one node is present because plus minus. If you see here opposite plus minus plus, right? Here also one node is there because plus minus minus plus. Here also one node is there. You have to consider full it as a one node, not for single one. This for this one, for this two. So don't consider like that. You have to consider for one orbital, right? For one orbital means it is having a full node 1 1 2, right? Okay, so so like this you have to construct this orbital, right? Okay, let's see the HOMO LUMO. So for this important is how many electrons are there? So psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, psi 4 is there. 2 to ground state configures 2 to 0. This is for thermal. And H nu it is having excited state, means one of this electron will go in this psi 1, psi 3 orbital, right? Psi 4 0, right? Like this we have to draw, right? Okay. for this one we have to take, so this is delta, this is H nu, right? H nu configuration. So for this one we have to take HOMO, this one psi 2 as a HOMO in thermal condition, right? This is a LUMO, right? Psi 3 is the LUMO for thermal condition. What is that? For 1,3 butadiene, for thermal condition we have to take HOMO is a psi 2 condition, right? Psi 2. And for this one LUMO, so you have to take this one HOMO. This is HOMO and this is LUMO. Okay, we will see later for this one. Just we have to write this one, right? Next we have to write this 4, right? Okay, let's see here. For thermal condition, what is HOMO? This one, right? LUMO, this one. For photochemical condition, this one is HOMO, this one is LUMO, right? Okay, so like this we have to take the HOMO LUMO for thermal and photochemical condition, right? So this is about the 1,3 butadiene. So 1,3 butadiene means what? It contains how many? C, H2, bond, H and H means 2 double bonds. 2 double bonds means 2 pi bonds. 2 pi bonds means how many orbitals are there? Totally 4 orbitals are there, which are psi 1, psi 2, psi 3 and psi 4, right? So next we have to construct these molecular orbitals. These are the 4 carbon atoms which are having 5 orbitals, right? Okay, so for psi 1 all are, so this is these 2 are bonding molecular orbitals, right? Okay, and these 2 are anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Okay, right? Okay, if you see here, here how many nodes are there? There are no nodes, all of about the same signs. Here we have to write like this, plus plus and minus minus. Here one node is present in psi 2, right? So so like this n minus 1 we have to write like this, right? Like that, right? Okay, so here so 0 nodes are there. Here one node is there for psi 2 orbital. For psi 3 2 nodes are there. For psi 4 how many nodes are there? 3 nodes are there, right? So carefully learn these molecular orbitals, right? For thermal conditions we have to take a HOMO is a psi 2 and LUMO is a psi 3, right? For photochemical condition we have to take a, what is this? HOMO is a psi 3 and LUMO is a psi 4, right? Okay. So this is about the frontier orbital of 1,3 butadiene, right? I hope you understand this concept, right? Okay, so next let's see the how to calculate HOMO LUMO for any system, right? Okay, so to calculate HOMO LUMO for any system, right? For any system, first we have to take a n, right? It means number of orbitals, right? Okay, so for if you take this one, so psi n for HOMO. For HOMO we have to write H nu. In this in case if it is a photochemical condition we have to write psi n by 2 plus 1, right? Psi n by 2 plus 1. N, where is a n is a number of orbitals, right? Number of pi orbitals, right? So for delta we have to write psi n by 2, and so means what? We have to take this orbital, right? Okay, for LUMO condition we have to write psi n by 2 plus 2 is the LUMO for photochemical condition. For the thermal condition we have to use this psi n by 2 plus 1 condition, right? Okay, so if you, so we have to learn this one, right, then you can calculate, calculate means you can identify which is HOMO and which is LUMO, right? Okay, so for this one, first we, for example, 1, 3 butadiene is there. There are 4 orbitals are there, right? Psi 1, Psi 2, Psi 3, Psi 4 are there. So in delta condition, what is the HOMO formula? This one, right? Psi n. What is n here? 4, right? 4 by 2 means 2 is a 4, 2 is a 4, right? So we have to cancel this one. 2 1 2 2 means what is this? Psi 2 orbital is the HOMO for thermal condition, right? Thermal condition. And what about this thermal photochemical condition? We have to use this formula, right? Means psi 4 by 2 plus 1 is equal to psi 3, right? Psi 4 by 2 plus 1 means what? 2 is there, 4 plus 2 into 2. So 6 by 2 means 3. So we will get the psi 3 is the HOMO for HNO condition. Means what? For photolytic condition is psi 3. We have to take psi 3 as a HOMO in photolytic condition, right? Okay. Next, what about LUMO? LUMO, we have to write this formula, right? Psi 3 is the, what is that? LUMO for the thermal condition. In photochemical condition, what about is there? We have to use this formula, psi n by 2 plus 2. So if you substitute this one, so what is the n here? 4 by 2 plus 2. What is the value here? 4 by 2 plus 2 means here 2 is the what is here LCM. So it will be 4 plus 4 means what is 8 by 2 means 4, right? Psi 4. So psi 4 is the LUMO for photochemical condition. So like that we have to calculate what is HOMO and what is LUMO for any system by using these formulas, right? So for LUMO, for HOMO we have to write photochemical condition psi n by 2 plus 1, and for thermal condition psi n by 2, right? For this one, for LUMO you have to write photochemical condition, you have to write psi n by 2 plus 2, right? And what about this the photochemical condition? This one plus 2, right? So this is the LUMO calculation, and this is a HOMO calculation for this photochemical and thermal conditions, right? Okay, so this is about how to calculate this one. And in next class I will explain the construction of molecular orbitals of 1, 3, 5 hexatriene and allylic system. They are also important, because if you learn these at least these are the basics, right? So then you can do any example in your exam, right? So that's why I am explaining you detailed, right? Okay, so don't get bored, okay, right? Learn carefully each and everything, then only you can understand the concept, right? Okay, so this is the today's class. So in next class I'll explain about I'll continue next class, right? Actually I told you now. So next systems are there, right? So how many number of, first you have to see that by seeing the molecule you have to first how many orbitals are there. So that is very important, right? So then you can construct these molecular orbitals, and you can identify how many what is the HOMO and what is the LUMO if you learn these formulas, etc., right? So this is very easy concept if you understand, otherwise you cannot understand at any cost, right? Okay, right? So if you like these videos, please comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching.